Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I do understand the intent of this bill, and I'm certainly under no illusions that it's going to fail to engross. But I want us just to stop and think for just a moment. So, Mr. Speaker, Republicans generally have always argued for a supply and demand approach on a lot of things. And certainly demand is absolutely outpacing supply in our Virginia workforce. And businesses have responded just as we predicted that they would. And you can find multiple businesses all around the Commonwealth advertising $15 an hour, $17 an hour, so on and so forth. Talking to a lot of the manufacturers around the state, even in Southwest Virginia, it's difficult to find one that isn't offering at least $20 an hour for walking through the door. In the manufacturing sector, which is very healthy in the Commonwealth of Virginia, most workers make far in excess of that, which is what the market is dictating that they should earn. So I guess what I want us to stop and think about is who exactly are we putting in a tight spot with this bill? Certainly not Fortune 500 companies, because they're paying well in excess of that. And I know sometimes we like to, talk about sticking at the big business. That's not what this is going to do. Mr. Speaker, who are putting in a tight spot? It's the mom and pop shops. It's the businesses with just a few employees. It's those who want to give that 14 or 15-year-old their first job so that they've got some spending money. It's those small businesses that are operating on those razor-thin margins, and often, many times, Mr. Speaker, operating in the red. A lot of times it's those who are attempting to operate a business after they've already retired from their primary occupation. Those are the folks that we're putting in a tight spot. But what we're really doing is causing those businesses, particularly those that are near a border state, to look at other states. And Mr. Speaker, we have 5 border states plus the District of Columbia. I doubt very many businesses are clamoring to move their business up to the District of Columbia, but they might be looking at those other 5 states, Mr. Speaker. And I can tell you that in our area, where Tennessee is just mere steps away, there are a lot of people who are actively looking at that, because not all parts of the Commonwealth are exactly the same. You can get hokey and use alliteration, which I'll do. Bristol isn't Bristow. Arlington isn't Abingdon. These areas are very, very different. And so what we're doing is artificially tinkering with the wage labor market that varies tremendously by the region that you might happen to be in. So payroll and employee benefits are almost always the highest expense that any businesses have to pay. And a lot of times they have to choose between operating in the red or closing up shop. But if they have to choose between that or moving their business to another state, they're going to choose that other state if they really want to keep their business open. And so we want all workers to be paid what they're worth and a wage that's commensurate with the job that they're doing. But the market has once again spoken, and wages have increased dramatically as the supply of workers has not kept up with the employer demand. So, Mr. Speaker, I would simply ask that we spare businesses yet another inflated expense as they struggle to stay afloat. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.